in project, the main source of fails in project are that you do not identify correctly the resources in your project. When you talk about resources, we talk about the three kinds of resources. The first is the human resources. Human resources, it's important because you need to define not only who will work in a specific activity in your project, but also if these resources have enough knowledge, enough experience, and the conditions to execute these activities. Human resources, it's a key problem in project management because we know that most of the time we don't have enough resources, human resources available in our project. Sometimes we have resources, but they don't have time. They are working in many projects at the same time. Sometimes we don't have these resources, and you need to look for resources externally to the company. So defining the human resources that you need in your project, it's very important that you do carefully to make sure that you have the good resources, and these resources are really available. The second point is the financial resources. We're talking about the cost, the money that you need to run your project. And you need money for many things. You need to pay your resources, you need to buy stuff, to buy materials, and also you need financial resources to your contingency. You need to manage the risks of your project, and you need to have some buffer, some contingency in terms of financial resources to use in case these risks comes to a problem. So identifying financial resources is not only to use in your project, but also to define the contingency and the money, the buffer that you need to run your project. And finally, you need material resources. Material resources here, we are talking about not only stuffs in general, but we are talking about IT, computers, internet, network, printers, tables, desk, rooms. We need to maybe travel. We need to vehicles. We need, I don't know. You can have a list of material that you need to run your project. And this material, of course, will have a cost for your project. And you need to identify the cost of this material to have the final budget. So your budget will include the material, the financial, and the human resources that you're gonna use in your project. Also, these materials, as the human resources have, you need to identify when you need this material, when you need this material be available in your project. So defining these resources in the timeline is very important. When you need, what you need, and for how long you need these resources. This will help you to have a good plan and be able to monitor and control your project.